move forward. So let's get sharing on Twitch and YouTube. All right. I told y'all by the end of the week I was going to be a professional at this. All right, great. And we are sharing on YouTube. So fantastic. Twitch and YouTube. All right. So dedicated Twitchers and tubers, by all means, report for duty. Your paychecks will be in the mail on next Thursday. All right. So guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight here at Everything with Erica. All right. Definitely we're discussing this background. Democrats are better for the USA. So if you do disagree, by all means, go ahead and request up. I do want to say thank you so much for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me and I appreciate you. So thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat for yourself. All right, drop some hearts in the chat for yourselves for knocking out that gift goal so fast. Also, guys, while you're here, continue to be active participants. Thank you for the heart me. If you haven't, definitely send your daily heart me. We're taking care of gift goals, sharing the live, and tapping that screen. I learned this from Ari. For every hour that we're on, we should be getting 75 to 100,000 likes. So let's keep doing all of the good things to keep this live on the FYP so that we can have these talks with the people who disagree. All right. Maybe we could understand their side. History has dictated thus far that, you know, the Democratic Party, culturally and ideologically, I can't say the word. Yeah, I know what I meant. Yeah, I know what I meant. Yeah, I know what I meant. All right, has been better for the United States, just overall. So I definitely want to talk about that, and let's just see where the night takes us. All right, we do have a daily donation goal of $150. All right, that helps support the live to keep this thing going. It also helps support the community in which we are in. There is something that I do want to start doing within the Discord, but I want to talk to my loves first. So I'll be reaching out to y'all tomorrow morning about that to see how we want to go about it. But with that being said, if you want to show love by donating, pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica on Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com, and a PayPal. All right, is Erica Shante, I do believe. I don't really know my PayPal. That's why I have moderators to drop that information. But yes, if you want to show love, by all means, pay links are in the bio. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. All right, and again, Republicans and people who voted for Donald Trump, this is not a safe space for you. Okay? You don't get to yap in the comments. All right? That's not where you can be. Or if you want to talk, you can click the little request button and you can come on the panel to have a conversation. All right? We don't debate here. We have conversations. We have talks. All right? Because as you all know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. All right? So, mods, y'all know what it is. All right. You can send them a request right now. If they take it, fantastic. If not, 2 times and then they got to go. All right. So there's that. All right. So guys, of course it's Monday and you know, Trump has to start the week off with a bang. All right. So he definitely started the week off with a bang by, oh, thank you, G Snooks. I wish I knew how to make a muskrat sound, but I don't. I think it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to try it. Okay. So, anywho, Trump definitely started this week off with a bang as expected because how else would he actually have it? All right. And shout out to Parker's for pulling triple duty. Parker's, thank you so much for being on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Oh my gosh, Parker's, I love you. All right. Hi. Your name is, what is your name? I can't see it. I'm sorry. Hi, what's your name? Okay. Is English your first language? Are you preparing to say something inappropriate? Okay, I'm going to drop you. And then once you learn how to talk, you can come back. Good night. All right. Anywho, so as I was saying, Donald Trump is on his BS again. All right. He did meet with the president of, thank you for the heart me. He met with the president of El Salvador, you know, the country where he's sending people to that unaliving camp. I'm sorry, I meant work camp. I meant the work camp. That's what I meant. All right. Nayib Bukele? How do you pronounce his name? I wonder. All right. Someone will tell me later. I might have to go to Google to hear the pronunciation. But yes, Nayib, he met with him and basically, I did awesome go me. I'm good at this. Okay, I still can't pronounce and whatever. So anywho, he met with him, and Nayib said that he has no reason whatsoever to return Abrego Garcia. None. Said that Abrego Garcia is a citizen of El Salvador, and so he is where he belongs, which is absolutely incorrect. All right. That gentleman actually had temporary protected status here in the United States. That is what he had. He was granted that by a judge. All right. And you know the reason why he has temporary protected status here in the United States? It is because he feared for his life if returned to his home country. That is why. That is why. And it was due to gang activity. All right. So Donald Trump, some way, I really don't think that the El Salvadorian president came to this conclusion on his own. I do think that Donald Trump and Bondi definitely played a role in convincing this man that they some way somehow got rid of this mastermind criminal. All right, that's what it's giving, because there's absolutely no way. Hey Tia, there's absolutely no way that they would just literally go against, like, I feel like it's international law. Like, why is he not respecting the United States Constitution? That's Trump. And why isn't he respecting the highest court in the land? All right. The Supreme Court told Donald Trump that they have to bring Abrego Garcia home. And he is just basically telling Justice Roberts and them, F you. He's saying bye. Like, he's saying, I don't have to listen to you. And so many people are like, yeah, go Trump. And I'm like, no, like, do you not respect the Constitution? Because before he started doing all of these things, y'all would come up here and tell us that the Constitution is the law of the land. We must respect it. And you would even use the Constitution in your arguments. Right? And now all of a sudden the Constitution means absolutely nothing. I need for a Trump supporter to get up here and make that make sense. Because I know a Democrat and those on the left would absolutely never do something as disrespectful as basically skirting our Constitution. We have laws in place for a reason, and Donald Trump is just totally disregarding all of those laws. Just disregarding all of them. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Yes, and the deportation of U.S. citizens. He arrested an immigration lawyer today. He had an immigration lawyer arrested today. I do want to read about that one. So here we go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. All right, here we go. We have Darn going, oh, this is so sad. Where'd you come from?
Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
If my dogs bark, I apologize.
It happens. They're dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You kind of scared me there.
I'm sorry. I had this reviewed this thing to
It's okay.
accept online and jumped on.
It's okay. I understand. Okay. So let me see. What's your name?
Gundy.
Gundy?
Gundy, G-U-N-D-I.
Gundy. Okay, yeah. Gundy. All right, cool. All right, Gundy. And do you disagree with the background? Hey, lady.
Well, I'm a conservative, so a little bit. But I think what I would like to find a way, I see a lot of people like you doing your best to hop on here. I wish there was a way that Democrats and conservatives could work together. I do.
Want us to work together?
Why? Because I think what is this, Abraham Lincoln that said that a country divided cannot stand?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The time to work together was on November 5th, and most people chose to work against the better good of everyone else.
But I haven't always voted Republican. I've been independent the majority of my life. But what I saw happening I didn't vote for Biden. I absolutely voted for Obama. Loved Obama. I guess my problem with, well, we'll not go down a rabbit hole if you don't want to, but Biden, nobody ever called him out on all the things. I didn't know you then, so maybe you did.
all
But
the
his lack
things?
of his mental acuity was not
Ma'am,
there.
what about Donald Trump's mental
Oh,
acuity?
hey, he's not perfect. I don't think Donald Trump is
Okay,
perfect or
so
even anywhere close. Not at all. But the reason I voted for him is because I couldn't see Kamala Harris bringing anything to the table. And I so tried to listen. She came to Houston. I went to hear her talk. I really wanted to hear something of substance, and I never did. Like
did you read her economic policy?
Parts of it, but it was
Okay. So I have a question. I have a
sure.
question for you. What do you think about all that Donald Trump is doing right now? What do you think about him and the tariffs? What do you think about him deporting people who are here legally? What do
Well,
you
the
think about
one.
him? Hold on.
Sorry, I'm
I'm
sorry.
listening to these
My
things because I
phone
kind of
broke out.
want
I'm sorry.
you. I kind of want you to do this thing where you give him an overall assessment. Like if you had to choose a number from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, like what would you give him? All right, because he's
Okay.
deporting people who should be here who are here legally. He's also revoking visas of those who are here legally. All right. He's circumventing the First Amendment along with our Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment. He's talking basically about disregarding the 12th and 22nd Amendments. All right. And so basically he's taking our constitution, he's balling it up and he's like taking it and he's wiping his bottom with it. So I want you to rate him on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. How do you think he's doing?
Okay, we kind of have to break it down.
You don't have to break it down on a scale of 1 to 10. If I was the Pew Research Center and I called your home and I said, how do you think Donald Trump is doing as president on a scale of 1 to 10? What number would you give him?
Probably a 7.
You would give
honestly.
him a 7. Why would you give him a 7 and not a 0?
Okay. I think that the people that have been the last gentleman, I think the gentleman you were talking about that was sent back to El Salvador, is that who you were speaking about?
There's been more than just him, but
okay, but him recently. I know that with that, I was in agreement. But if we're talking about some of his policies, I think you can like someone.
He doesn't have any actual policies, though. He's just ruling right now because Congress is allowing him to. He's ruling through executive orders.
Well,
that's what he's doing.
But they're going in when they go in front of the Supreme Court, it is ruled in his favor.
Unfortunately, but then they say that he had to bring Abrego Garcia home. That's the gentleman that was sent down to El Salvador.
Yes, but then then the Supreme Court, when that went to court, because I was just listening to this, that was ruled out 9-0, and they left him there. The Supreme Court said that if they brought him back, that they just have to turn around and send him back because the gang, when he came here and he was part of a different gang that was very populated in El Salvador, and that gang is no longer there.
He was not a part of a gang.
He was afraid of a gang, or he had threats from a gang that are no longer there.
If you're going to speak on these matters, please speak factually. All right, you saying that he was a part of a gang, then saying that he was afraid of a gang. I'm not going to chalk that up to you being nervous or anything. That was you literally misrepresenting the facts.
I'm not trying to do that. I swear to you, I'm not.
Anywho, go on. I'm listening.
Okay. So with that, do you want to know a play-by-play of why I think he's the things I like and the things I don't like? Because I don't agree with everything that he does, but I don't think it's possible to agree with everything that everybody does. But I think that I see that I wasn't in favor of tariffs at first. I was really scared because we do have money in stock market, but I was a little afraid of that. But I do see that that's turned around and going back up. So it's kind of making me wonder if he's on to something there. I mean, I'm not a politician. I own a school. I'm not a politician.
Okay, neither am I.
Right, I know.
So with that being said, I can see that what's happening here is market manipulation. All right, Donald Trump is basically, he went in and he charged these tariffs, causing the market to lose more than it did during the period of COVID in 2020. All right. So more than it did in July of 2020. All right. And then he rescinded the tariffs. Well, he rescinded them only for 90 days.
Right.
All right. And so they're going to go back into place. What's that, July?
July.
Yeah. So they're going to go back into place. All right. And so then, with that being said, all
Mhm.
right, he also made a statement on True Social saying it's a great time to buy. Why would a president of the leading world power make such a statement unless he was sending a signal to his friends and his cronies telling them, hey, something's about to happen. This is a great time to take advantage.
But
Why would
didn't
he
he
do
do
that?
that? Didn't he send that out to everybody, not just like to the wealthy? He sent it out to
It doesn't
everybody.
matter. I literally said, isn't that like a signal to his friends and his cronies? Would his friends and his cronies be a part of everyone?
Possibly.
They wouldn't be a part of everyone?
No, I said
What
possibly.
does everyone mean? No, you said possibly.
Oh,
It's like
sorry.
yes or
Oh,
no. So what does
sorry.
everyone mean?
Well, he said it in a news conference. So he said it.
He didn't say it in a news conference, ma'am. He said it on Truth Social.
Okay. Well, my bad.
Okay. All right. Anywho, how do you think that the tariffs are actually good? How do you think that the tariffs are good? Hey, Kiara.
Well, back in 1940, whenever before, it was actually 1930, prior to the IRS, our country supported off of tariffs. We didn't, that was prior to the IRS. And so now I guess I look at it in this way. If you close down the IRS or you shrink it and we're no longer paying income tax on what we owe, on what we're making, and we maybe pay a little bit more taxes on what we're spending.
I want to correct you. You have your years wrong. Right?
Sorry.
The federal income tax, which is the 16th Amendment, establishes in the 16th Amendment, was 1913.
Oh, 13. I said 1930.
Right? So the reason why we did not need to have import duties,
Mhm.
all right, to fund our government, so basically to be the revenue anymore, is because we then had a federal income tax.
Correct.
All right. So do you want to correct yourself? Like,
I can make a mistake.
You made quite a few, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
It's okay. I will own when I make a mistake.
So go on. I'm listening.
So prior to that, so when we were living off of tariffs, I think that if we did that again, our country would be in a better position. Wouldn't you rather pay more on money that you spend than have the money that you make be taxed? I guess I don't understand why people wouldn't want that, because if you're working, like for me, I own my own business. So I'm not, I deal with 1099s, not W-2s. So if you're working and have a W-2 and you're working as a standard, employee, wouldn't you rather spend more? You would rather keep being taxed on money that you're earning?
I would rather have a federal income tax.
Okay.
Right?
See, I think that's an opinion.
The tariffs don't work. And yours is also opinion. Yours isn't a fact either.
No, I understand that. I mean, I
didn't make a claim. You asked me, would I rather have basically a sales tax or would I rather have an income tax? And I said I would rather have an income tax. So you saying I think that's an opinion is a moot point, because you're stating the obvious. It is an opinion. I would rather have an income tax.
Okay, but that's okay.
So with that being said, hold on one moment. How do you think that these tariffs are going to be beneficial to the United States?
Well, they'll bring in more money, and we've been overpaying on tariffs for so many years, and we've been paying tariffs, and other countries we've been paying our share of tariffs and more.
No,
you don't
that's
think
not
that?
True. We had over a $400 million deficit. $400 billion deficit with China, where we were the ones that were in the negative. So based off of the logic that Trump is using, because he's saying that these countries aren't buying enough from the United States, so they're not importing enough from the United States. Why is he doing this with China? Why is he charging China 145% tariff? When we're actually the ones when we're the ones who are in the red with China. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I know he went up on tariffs because they added more tariffs to us, and so it was a reciprocal like thing, and that's why
not
he
true,
went up.
ma'am.
Well,
That's
that's
not
what they
true.
balanced. That's what they bounced back
But
with.
ma'am, that's
See, I
not
think
true. So
I
no,
think we
please
each hear
stop. I think
different
you
news.
I think what's happening here is that no offense to you, I
Sure,
promise this is no offense.
it's okay.
Shout out to Susie. Shout out to Susie. But ma'am, you're really giving headline hoochie. You're not reading. You're not actually reading the articles. What it sounds like you're doing is you're looking at the headlines and then the byline, and then you're finished. That's it. And then you
No,
formulate your opinion that way. Or you may even go into different lives on TikTok or other spaces and you hear people that you agree with say things, and now you're just regurgitating what it is that you hear.
I'm really not
All
doing
right.
that.
But like I promise you, just a little bit of research will show you that the United States has a trade deficit with China. All right. And with that being said, by Trump's logic, we shouldn't be charging China any tariffs by that logic. But I mean,
Okay.
what is it? I mean, how can we what's the purpose of the tariffs here that Donald Trump is trying to? And please don't say they're reciprocal tariffs, because then I'm going to ask you for the definition of reciprocal, and then you're not going to give me the definition of reciprocal. You're going to go into something else, and then it's just going to be a whole thing. All right. So when you come back, you can definitely tell us what is the purpose of the tariffs here. Hey y'all, am I doing a good job of not raising my voice? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm doing a good job of not raising my voice. Put a 2 in the chat if I need to not, if I raised it.
I don't think you're raising your voice. I think you're great. I actually commented on a live you did the other day. Sorry.
Hold on. My mom just sent me a text. Did I purchase perfume? No, I did not. I don't remember doing that. Okay. Anywho, go on. So please tell us, what is the, yay. Thank you guys. I'm doing a good job. Appreciate y'all. Okay. So again, I do ask you, Gundy, what are the purpose of these tariffs? What does Donald Trump, what are you hoping that he accomplishes?
I'm hoping that he raises.
Sure. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Jamie, I did just buy some perfume. I did. I bought some the Burberry, the new Burberry perfume. I did. So there's that. It smells really good. It kind of smells like strawberries almost. It's like kind of sweet smelling, but it's really, really like light and pretty. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Gundy.
No, you're fine. No, I think that the point of tariffs is to raise money for our country, is to help us put money back into our country. That's, I mean, you're asking my opinion. That's my opinion of what I think that the tariffs are for.
No.
Okay, well, what do you think that the tariffs are for?
Oh, I think the tariffs are absolutely for nothing other than a money grab to crash our economy. Really? I do, yeah. I would say that you might want to look into, and I'm saying this sincerely, you may want to look into the Plaza Accord, which is something that happened in 1986 between Reagan, along with Germany and Japan. They made a deal to actually devalue the dollar. And the reason why they wanted to devalue the dollar is because they wanted the U.S. exports to other countries to be more valuable, to look more appealing. All right. So basically, because they cost a lot of money. They cost a lot. So they wanted to bring the value of those. If we bring down the value of the dollar, then those exports would be more affordable, and then they would buy more from us. That's what they wanted. And so it's a theory right now, but the theory is that Donald Trump did the Mar-a-Lago Accords. All right, last year he had a meeting and that he discussed these things, and that's what it is that they're looking to do. All right, they want to bring down the value of the dollar. And here's a main concern that we have here in with our stock market is that right now people aren't investing in the stock market. They're investing in treasury bonds. Okay. Because they're more stable. All right. Do you know what happened the last time people lost confidence in the stock market and stopped investing in the market, but started investing and buying up stock treasury bonds? Do you know what happened?
I do not know.
1929, October 12th, the stock market crashed. Yes, that led us to the Great Depression. Yeah. So Trump is kind of doing it a little bit backwards because are you familiar with the Smoot-Hawley Act of 1930?
Smoot-Hawley. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So the Smoot-Hawley Act. So yeah, there's that. It basically was a blanket tariff of 20% on all U.S. imports. All right. And because of it, it was a protectionist measure to basically improve our agricultural business, but it had the opposite effect. And with it having such a negative impact, the dollar, the value went down. Tariffs, of course, are inflationary, so the price of goods went up for American citizens. And then also, we were isolated from our trading partners. They stopped trading with us. All right, so countries like Canada, like Mexico, what's now the EU, also China, all right, they still traded with each other, but they stopped trading with the United States, and it basically destroyed our economy even greater than the Great Depression had, which took us longer to get out of.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that? My bad.
I will say that one of the reasons why I do, and I don't hop on lives. I'll be honest. I've been on yours and Parker. I've talked to Parker a few times. But I do like to learn from these. I don't know everything, and I'm trying to learn. And I'm trying. You know, I'm in my 50s. I'm trying to learn from and do better than what we all are doing. That I guess when I look at the country, because I really love this country. I love what we have here, and I worked hard to get where I am. I came from a very abusive home when I was married my first time. So I want a better country. You know, the country's done a lot for me, and I want to give back. And so I'm trying to learn from this. I guess what I run into and what I keep hoping to find is other people who love America like I love America. And then I just always feel like if you know a lot, I think there are a lot of conservatives out there that know a lot too. And if we all came together, why can't we find a way to get along? It's just like whenever Biden was in office, I would see people say things like horrible things about Biden, horrible things about them. Yeah, can I just finish this real quick?
I know it's like your stump speech though, and I have a thing about white women doing stump speeches on my panel.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
Let me get this out. I'm on my soapbox right now. Let me finish. Let me go.
I promise you that's not me. I'm just trying to.
No, but my question would be for you, because I'm pretty sure the chat is likely curious too, is like, why? Where was this can we all just get along energy, you know, prior to November 5th?
Oh, no. But see, I was that person. I never understood people jumping on Biden. I never understood that. But I think I carry it different because I've been independent the majority of my life. I've not always voted Republican. And so I think that I've tried to be more open to what is going on. My son, my son has helped me see a lot of things. He's in a relationship with his partner, and they've really helped me see a lot of things. But I just don't understand why people bash the person in office. I never did that to Biden, even though I didn't vote for him. I never did that. And I didn't understand other people doing that, because we're all in this together. Isn't it just like our country? Aren't we all in this together?
But are we really all in this together though? Aren't we all? Because you think about it, you said, why do people bash our president? Ma'am, no one, I have unyielding loyalty to no one except for that 11-year-old that I birthed. All right. That's the only person that I have unyielding loyalty to. And that's because I'm responsible for his life. All right. Outside of that, I'm not being unyieldingly loyal to any man, woman, or child. Okay.
I understand that.
The reason for that is because no one is above reproach. All right. No one is above critique. Donald Trump is actively harming American citizens. All right. That 11-year-old that I'm talking about lives with autism and ADHD. So it's very personal to me, all right, when he appoints someone like Robert F. Kennedy, who doesn't even believe in autism. All right. There's that. It's also when he is actively trying to get rid of social programs that help people like my mom. All right. Because my mom and my dad are going to need Medicare one day. Thank God right now they do have private insurance, but my mom lives with stage 4 kidney disease. All right. She's on dialysis. Thank God that they have the insurance that they have, that they darn gone can, get the services that she needs to do at-home dialysis. But what if she doesn't? What happens if my dad doesn't work? What happens if my mom doesn't work? All right. I have a friend who has a disability. All right. And if Donald Trump takes away Medicaid, my friend won't be able to get the darn going services that she needs. You don't who did you think about when you went into that voting booth? Who were you thinking about?
My kids.
You were thinking about your kids?
Sure.
How is Trump going to benefit your children?
Well, my son and my daughter are grown now. They're adults. They work hard, and I wanted them to have a better country. And I think our country has been a real good country. Even during Biden, it's been a good country. I voted with my heart, and I voted with my mind, and I voted with my conscience.
What was the reason you said okay, so here's the thing.
I can't support abortion. I have a hard time supporting abortion.
Then don't have one.
I understand that. It's super simple, though. I'm not trying to take it away from anyone else, but I have trouble with somebody being in office who supports that.
Okay. See, that's what doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me, Gundy. And the reason why is because prior to, I believe it was July or June of 2022. I can't remember the exact date. That's what Ari is for. But prior to the summer of 2022, you had the choice. I had the choice. All birth givers had the choice. All right. Whether if we wanted to have an AB or not, we could have one. If we didn't want to have one, we didn't have one. We had the choice. What Donald Trump fought for in getting the Supreme Court justices appointed that he did is he fought to take away the right to choose from us.
Did he just move it back to the states?
No, he did not move it back to the states. There are 24 states that do not allow their citizens to actually vote on these matters. They just make the laws without even taking into account what their citizens want. States like Texas, like Mississippi and Alabama. All right. Do you know that in Florida, they changed, even after voting, they changed the voting rules. All right. At first in Florida, you just had to have a majority. So more than 50%, right? You just had to have a majority. So they allowed their citizens to vote on it. All right. The citizens said, we want to codify AB in our state constitution. We want to make it something that is available. We want women to be able to choose here in Florida. DeSantis said, nope, we don't like that. We don't like that. Nope. You're going to need a supermajority. So they voted on it again on November 5th of 2024. And sadly, they did not get that supermajority. So Florida has a 6-week ban in place. All right. You have 2 children, you said?
I do.
You have 2 children. You have a girl? One of them a girl? Okay. Yeah. All right. Even you have 2 children. So at how many weeks did you find out you were pregnant with each?
Let's see. I've had 4 miscarriages, but the 2 that I have, my son's adopted. My daughter is, I was trying to get pregnant. So about 4 weeks. About 4 weeks? Yeah.
Okay. You're one of the fortunate ones. I'm one of the fortunate ones because I found out at 5 weeks. All right. I found out at 5. Here's the deal. Most women don't find out that they're actually pregnant until the end of the first trimester. All right. Which is at 12 weeks. So 3 months. That's when they find out. And by then it's too late. Under the current rules in most states, it's too late for them to actually go and, make a decision. Do you think that the rate of abortions has gone up or down since 2022?
Probably stayed the same, but I haven't really looked into it.
It hasn't. Abortions are up by 11%.
Oh. That's
up
sad.
by 11%. And this was reporting as of about September of last year. 2024. If they have more recent data available, it's maybe even higher. And that's actually reporting from states that allow AB. That's not even taking into account states where women are having to go behind closed doors and back alleys in order to get an AB. Like this is the 1950s. No. I think what might help you if it is still available.
Yeah.
Demi Moore is in it, and I like Demi Moore. All right. It's called If These Walls Could Talk.
Okay.
It's about abortion through the decades. It's really old. It actually came out in the 90s.
Yeah, I think my mom told me about that movie.
Yeah. It's about abortion throughout the decades here in the United States and what women had to do to actually receive the service. All right. And here's another thing though, Gundy.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you mentioned abortion, but do you know, and if you do know, do you understand that it's more than just a woman's right to choose? It's really about women's health care.
No, I guess I didn't know that. I assumed, I know that Planned Parenthood does other things besides abortion.
It's not just about Planned Parenthood either.
Okay.
It's also, you mentioned having miscarriages, and I try not to make things personal, but like I think
It's
this
okay.
may be a way for you to understand.
Sure.
What state do you live in?
I'm in Texas.
You are in Texas?
I am in Texas.
My God, my goodness. Do you know that in your state, dear, like if you, I don't know if you still are, but if you were, oh my God, if you were to become pregnant and, you know, God forbid, you know, you were to have a miscarriage, all right, and you went to the hospital because you are hemorrhaging, all right, and you're this, you know, unfortunately the baby isn't viable, but that baby still has a heartbeat. You know, you can wait hours before they will remove the fetus from your body and provide you the medical care that you need, basically risking your life to save a specimen, to save this biological matter that isn't even viable, that can't even become a human being. Like they would risk your life. Like you can unalive. You know that has happened to many women in the state of Texas.
Happen. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll give you some names.
Sure. Because I really do come on these to learn. I don't come on here to argue or fight. I just come on here to learn. And normally I don't even jump in, but a box popped up and invited me to go in. So I thought, okay.
I understand. I get it.
Okay.
All right. These aren't all in Texas, but these are some of the women who have passed. Gisele Barnica was in Texas. Okay. Nevaeh Crane, Amber Thurman, and Candy Miller. Those are just the names of a few women who have passed away because they lived in states like Texas who have totally banned.
Okay, I'll look into it. And I want to say one thing. Can I just say it real quick? Somebody asked me why I want to learn when I supposedly voted this way. I don't think we should ever stop learning. I tell my students that at my school. I tell my kids that. I don't think we should ever stop learning. And if I'm not learning from you, if I'm not learning from, you know, technically the other side, how will we ever get past where we are? How will we ever be better as a nation if we're not learning?
No, I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think that we should always be learning. I do. Yeah, but however, at the same time, I think we should be proactive in our learning.
I agree.
We should definitely be proactive. And the reason why is so that we don't make mistakes like voting for Donald Trump. Because this country, right, even though he did not get the majority, he still won. All right. And so with this country, everyone's concerned about you being a teacher, by the way.
I don't teach anymore. I own a school. I don't teach. I own a school
set the curriculum?
I don't. I use regular curriculum. We have, I opened a school when my dad died for children that are on the spectrum, children that have ADHD and that have not been allowed in other schools or been asked to leave schools because of their behavior.
So you teach at such a school like that.
I don't teach, I own it.
I'm sorry, you own it. Yes. Your school is partly funded by the Department of Education.
No. It's fully tuition based.
It's fully tuition based?
I keep my tuition very, very low. I don't take a salary. And I keep my tuition for my kids very, very low. And if they can't pay what I have on there, which it's very low, then I'll ask them what they can do and I help them. I meet them where they are, just like I do the kids in my school.
That is very, very interesting. That's literally all I got. Okay. So you used to be a teacher though, right?
For many years in public school and private.
Okay. So as an educator, like you're okay with what Donald Trump is trying to do with the Department of Education?
Well, I know that when I looked into the Department of Education, the one thing that stuck out to me the most was the STAR test. I don't know what test that, or if that, you familiar with the STAR test?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, the state of Texas has a STAR test.
That's the state of Texas. Okay.
That's the state of Texas. Yes. The STAR testing is what's used in public schools. I found out that, and you can look it up, I found out they were receiving $388 billion just for the test. That money could have been used to help kids. That money could have been used to help teachers. That money could have been used to help schools. And that was offensive. Because state of Texas, if you look at the public school system, we don't rank very high in Texas right now. We're not ranking very high as far as academics.
Not many red states are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's why I did want to do something different. I mean, I can tell by your comments, I'm very hated here. But that's okay. I tried to do something good to help kids that I saw in public school that you just couldn't go into a classroom with 30 kids, and there's always that one or two kids that need a little bit more. I wanted to do something for them.
In regards to the state testing, right? Again, that's set by the state. Now, the Department of Education does provide funds to administer the test, right? But where did you see that it was $388 billion to administer tests? Because I just think that you can look it up, but I just think that your concern would be more so with the state of Texas's Board of Education, with not paying teachers a livable wage, with not improving technology in school, or not improving the buildings. That wouldn't be on the Department of Education. I do want to do this though. I'm just saying, guys, I haven't done this in a while, so I want to do it.
Sorry, I don't know if I broke up or if you heard me or not.
No, when you're teacupping, I can't hear you. So what did you say?
Oh,
you're teacupping again.
It was in I don't know what that means. It was in 2020.
It means you're out of the app. So when you're out of the app, I can't hear you.
Okay. I had to look at it. It was in 2021 when they received the money from the Department of Education. And it's true, it may be a state of Texas problem, but if we're spending so much money from the Department of Education to help our kids, why is the United States so low in where the children perform? Why are we so low? I don't understand. If there's that much money and the Department of Education has been there all around all this time, why aren't we doing better? And if we can do better by sending the money back,
because Reagan wanted it to be with the states. So Reagan destabilized the Department of Education and made it so that they were hands off in what the states actually did. So why not, instead of giving it back to the states, which is what people keep advocating for, what people on the right keep advocating for, why not reform the Department of Education? Why not set a national curriculum? All right, a curriculum where our children are all learning, all right, the same thing in kindergarten through 12th grade. All right, why can't we do that? All right, why not make the SAT or the ACT, still make that the college entrance barometer test, if not add in additional tests to basically help children with differing learning abilities and disabilities. Why not do that? Why aren't we trying to reform the system instead of getting rid of the system? Getting rid of the system is going to do more harm than any good. All right, because children with disabilities, like the children you work with, all right, they're going to lose funding. My son, like I mentioned, lives with ADHD and autism. He goes to a specialized school for children who have behavioral problems. Call it what it is. All right, who have behavioral issues. All right, he needs that structured environment.
Right.
Now, we may have private insurance. His dad and we have private insurance, but this school actually does receive federal and state funding. All right. So there's that. And so he takes away this funding for these schools. That leaves children like my son, back in a general education classroom where they can be demonized and labeled as bad kids and then put into the system. He's only going to basically expand the fucking, I'm not cursing at you. I am not cursing at you. He's only going to expand, all right, the school to prison pipeline. All right. And then we also have Title I schools. Okay. All right. These are schools in low income areas, typically that aren't funded by property taxes. So the government does have to step in to ensure that they are getting an equitable and equal education.
My understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding, I heard Linda McMahon, I think that's her name, talking the other day about the Department of Education and shutting it down. And she said, not again, I'd have to dig into the thing. I just heard her talking. And she said that was not going away. Has your son lost funding for that?
No, because they're still within the same budget year. So they've already set the budget for fiscal year 2025.
Okay.
All right. But come fiscal year 2026, yes, we could see changes. And I think that's a mistake that so many people make is the whole wait and see approach. No, I don't want to wait and see. I don't want to wait and see what kind of damage. All right, he's done. We have to prepare now. I can't wait around and see what's going to happen.
Right.
All right. So there's that part. There's literally just that part. But mod announcement. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. It's 400 of us up in here and we're at 57,000 likes. I've been on for about almost an hour now. All right, let's go ahead and get this up to 125,000 likes. Tap the screen, share the live. All right, let's knock out those high bears. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to pin those for you. So let's knock out the high bears. Doing all of these things keeps us on the FYP so that we can continue to have these conversations. I want to thank you so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and the engagement. I think something came over. Shout out to Mallory for the $2. Mallory said tuition for your school, Gundy, is $18,000 plus $1,000 for supplies. Is that low to you? That's affordable?
Not my school.
Oh, I don't know where Mallory got that.
I don't know where
from,
she got that.
But
no, definitely not. My tuition is $8,200 a year.
Okay.
And that's paid over 10 months. And if they can't afford to pay it, then they're allowed to. They can tell me what they can afford, and I'll meet them where they are and make it work.
Okay. All right.
That's not. I don't know where she found that at, but definitely
can only take your word for it. Okay. All right. Well, guys, we are now $148 to go. All right. I would definitely say, guys, support a Black woman creator. All right. Please, this labor ain't free. All right. But $8,200 a year is all relative at this point. So as I was saying, guys, support a Black woman creator. We're $148
and yes, my
to
school's
go.
accredited. Somebody said.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Pay links are in the bio. Cash App. I don't have a Cash App anymore, guys. Venmo, PayPal, and I also have a Zelle. Zelle is everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right. I appreciate you all so very, very much. I dropped some hearts in the chat for yourselves. And, let's knock out these goals. Okay. All right. So, Gundy, just...
Can I answer a few of the questions that are popping up? They're real quick. Somebody wanted to know what... No, I'm not. I don't know how to be in the chat. I just see words going up.
Oh, ignore the chat.
Okay. I'm trying. No. Well, I'll just say this though. I don't. They want to know my curriculum. I use Alpha, Omega, and IXL. And I forget the curriculum we use for high school. But I use that curriculum. And yes, I'm accredited. I worked very hard to get my school accredited.
Okay. And so I want to go back to the Department of Education. You're aware of what it is he wants to do with the Department of Education. It sounds like you were going into how they're going to continue on with the funding.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Amanda, I'm going to drop you down since you're teacupping. And when people come on the panel and teacup, it makes me paranoid. So you got to go. All right. So here's the thing. All right. You hear? Midnight persona is funny. Okay, anywho, so they also handle our Pell Grants. So people who are needing financial assistance for higher education. Like, did you go to college? I did. I presume you did. Did you get any student loans?
I did.
You did get student loans.
I did. Paid them off.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Why don't you want other people to have access to student loans?
I do.
Are you
still
sure
available?
Are you sure? Yeah, it's still currently available. But if his goal is to get rid of the Department of Education, then where is the money for the Pell Grants? Where is that coming from? Who's going to be handling that?
I forgot what department Linda McMahon said that would move over to, but I believe it was the Treasury. That's what I heard. I believe it's moving over to the Treasury. Now, I don't understand if they're gonna just move different parts of it to different things. But do you
It's
agree?
a small business association is what it is. So it's going to be the Small Business Association, one of the agencies in which he actually just laid off thousands of employees. So shortening their staff. All right. FAFSA already isn't something that's easy to deal with. Right. But him laying off people and then also expecting them to do the work of 5 other people just it's not okay. It's going to create an issue where these kids, these teenagers, and even adults who are trying to go back to school are going to run into an issue where they can't get the assistance that they need. And you know what happens sometimes when people can't get the help that they need?
What?
They say forget it.
Yeah.
They don't go through with it. I mean, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't. Well, okay. When it came to Kamala, I went with a friend here to hear her talk when she came to Texas, and nobody would say, she would never say that she could see what was happening with Biden. And I thought, why isn't she saying it? I feel like she would have gotten so many more people to vote for her had she said it and been more open and transparent with how he was. And then put that out there, because it would have made her seem more real for
I'm
Trump.
sorry. What about Biden?
Well, she worked with Biden side by side all those years. She never said that she would always say, no, he's fine. He's really great. His mental acuity is fantastic. And never, ever said the honest thing that there's something missing. And I think had she done that.
But you're putting the onus on this woman to speak for this man.
No,
but Donald,
no.
That's what you're doing.
Well, she backed him for all those years.
You wanted her. I'm doing that thing I said I am going to not raise my voice tonight. You're doing the thing where you are literally asking. You wanted this woman to speak for this man, to say something about this man.
Well, when she was asked, just answer honest.
Reporters could have easily asked him. They could have asked him, and guess what? They did not. They didn't. They didn't ask him because he was perfectly fine. Donald Trump, on the other hand, was dancing to the YMCA, looking clueless. Also, he was imitating, giving a sexual act to a microphone. All right, I'm not going to do the motions because that's just not who I am. And then also, Donald Trump spent 10 minutes talking about another man's genitals. All right, this is all before November 5th. Oh, it was definitely big news. It was Arnold Palmer. I can never look at the drink the same. I just can't. And I enjoyed me an Arnold Palmer, but no.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Donald Trump was asked, what is he going to do to help Americans with daycare costs? That man rambled on for 3.5 minutes before saying daycare is daycare. That's what Donald Trump did. All right. And I honestly don't believe, I'm very skeptical. I don't believe that you didn't know any of this.
Well, I think I'm learning some of it. I don't know everything. I've said that. I don't know everything.
You didn't so you didn't even read the headline when he said that, being an unaliver is in their genes. He said that about immigrants.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah. So,
like I said, I'm still trying to learn here.
Mm-hmm.
But where do we go from here? So where do you go from here?
You would have to ask Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the one who's not willing to work with the Democrats.
I'm saying, where do you go from here? I guess doing this, your lives.
I'm going to continue on to actually continue on to talk to people. And if you learn something, you learn something. But I'm going to tell you, like I've told other people, all right, I don't do this for you. I don't do this for the people that come on the panel. It's for the people in the chat, because the people in the chat may actually hear something. And I always say, fact check me. I'm okay with you fact checking me. Okay. If I say something and it resonates with you and you're like, oh, I didn't know that, go research it. Like research it.
I've been listening to you for several weeks now. I know how fair and open and honest that you are. That's why I follow you.
Yeah. So that's all I can say is go do your research. Like Kamala Harris released an 82-page economic policy where she talked about what it is that she wanted to do to help everyday Americans like yourself and I.
Yeah.
She really did. And it was available on her website. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the Dems have the best messaging. I'm not going to say that because I find that it is one of the things that I think that they truly can improve on.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will say for any of us that were paying attention, all right, during the election cycle, we were aware of Kamala's plan. We know that she wanted to increase the child tax credit. She wanted to do the down payment assistance. She the $25,000 for first-time home buyers, and also additional benefits for first-generation home buyers. She wanted to help small businesses take the small business tax credit from $5,000 all the way up to $50,000, and it was going to be an aggregate that you could use, I believe, over 15 years. Like she wanted to help people. She wanted to help everyone, not just the rich, and then not even just the middle class or the working class. She wanted to help everyone be successful here in the United States.
But I think that didn't resonate with a lot of people, or they didn't understand her message. That's all I can guess.
I think people didn't want to understand her message.
Yeah, that's possible.
So I think there's that. Also, I would definitely say you can rewatch her Fox News interview with the bear guy. That's what I call him.
Okay.
You can rewatch her Fox News interview. In that, she was asked how is she going to differ than Joe Biden, and she answered him directly and said that she will usher in a new generation of leadership. That is her literally standing 10 toes down on business, saying that she is going to be different than Joe Biden. No one heard that though. No one heard that.
I didn't hear that, and I'm a business owner. I wish I'd have heard that. I didn't. I went to see her here. I wanted to hear her message, and it just fell flat here. I don't know what happened when she came. I went to see her in Houston, and it was just it was very strange. It just wasn't what I thought, and I never heard anything of substance from that. So I did go to one of Trump's, it wasn't a rally. He came for something and we went and heard him, but I didn't stay for the whole thing. But I'm about to hop off because I have to get up early in the morning, and I'm not an early girl. I'm not an early morning girl. But I do appreciate you talking to me. I know a lot of people on here hate me, and that's okay. You have to be able to love yourself enough to overshadow the people that hate you. That
was a lot.
Yeah, it was.
That was a lot. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming up, Gundy. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
All right. Okay, guys. All right. That was interesting. All right. So let's keep doing all the good things. Let's tap the screen. Let's get this up to 125,000 likes. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. Also, let's see here. I am really zen tonight, so I'm like super duper proud of me because nope, no crash outs tonight. Should we do caps or crowns? First person to answer in the live stream chat, that's what we're going with. Caps or crowns? Caps or crowns, guys? Let's see. Where's my start bar? Where's my start bar? I don't know how to exit out of this. Oh, there we go. Found the exit button. Screen was like really big. Crowns, caps, crowns, caps, caps. Okay, Drea was the first person to answer. Thanks, Drea. Drea with 1 A, and then Drea with 3 A's said caps. So we're going with caps. I appreciate you all. All right, so let's see here. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and knock these out. Also, where are we on the sub goal? Okay, I think that sub goal is so high. Okay, guys, there's going to be a few things that I'm about to do. We're going to do a mod announcement, and I promise by the end of the week, this is all going to be like super seamless. All right, get my bearings together. Okay. All right, guys, so we are at 87,000 like with 320 people up in here. Let's keep tapping that screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. All right, our current gift goal is going to be the caps. Let's go ahead and knock those out so I can say cap. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, guys, we still have a daily donation goal of $148. All right, everything that you do helps support the live, also helps support the community. Again, my loves, I will be talking to you tomorrow about, thank you for the heart me, about what it is that I do want to do within the love community to see how we can help people within and outside. So we'll see what happens there. I'm going to do what Jessica said, because Jessica said you never know what can happen unless you do it. So I'm going to do it and see what happens. There we go. I don't want to battle Cap. All right, decline. That person messed me up setting my gift goal. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to set these and just see what happens, because just said. Okay, so there we go, guys. And again, the best way to support the live is via the donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Cap, PayPal, Venmo, and I have a Zelle. The Zelle is everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All your support and love is definitely appreciated. So let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's see if we can get some more Republicans up here who want to have a conversation. So let's do that here. Slayer, I'll save you for later. This person's here. I don't know if they're still here though. Nope, they're not here. And everyone else is a friendly. All right, guys, are y'all really gonna leave me with Slayer? Cap, not tonight. Hey, Miss Gina, not tonight, guys. Oh yeah, I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't fucking feel like it. Oh God, Slayer, why would you call in on the phone number when you can just come and request up here? Is there something like crazy that you're trying to say? Because we are not doing that conversation. I said I'm not raising my voice tonight. I'm just not doing it. I will drop you. I'll just literally drop. I'm not doing it tonight. Cap. All right. Cap. Cap on a cap. So there's that. I'm just saying, Slayer, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. New York City. I like the hats. All right. Wow, Trump loves you females is like the wildest thing you said. No, that's not the wildest thing you said yet. Our favorite op. Oh, I don't know why either, Oh Look a Ghost, but I know like you're like one of our people. Oh, I'm gonna do a commercial for the subscriptions. Here we go. That's what I'll do. A commercial for the subs. Ba-dum-bum. There we go. Hey guys, if you want to be a part of the love community, by all means, click the star next to the chat bar. As a love, you get access to a monthly drop. So if you're not feeling the op, you can drop. Also, you get access, the privilege, I should say, of joining the panel for a 30-minute co-hosting position. You can come up here and hang out, and you get to talk to these Republicans, Donald Trump supporters, whichever we're doing that day, for 30 minutes and ask them all the questions you want. And last but not least, you get access to our amazing Discord where all the fun happens. There's not a day that goes by where I don't make an appearance, and sometimes we even have some fun friends stop by. So become a love. See you there. Chat bar. Star by the chat bar. All right, cool. And you get also access to these stickers, which are about to be redone because Parker said that she'll do them for me and I told her I'll pay her a small fee. So yay, awesome. So if you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, request up. Let's have a conversation. All right. Let's do it. If you actually, not if you really even voted for Donald Trump, if you disagree with the background, all right, Democrats are better for the USA. We've seen over basically really the last 6 years that they are in regards to their policies and the bills that they have passed, that they are better for the United States. I'm definitely sure that if Kamala Harris had been voted in as president this last go round, that, we wouldn't be dealing with, a stock market crash, economic uncertainty. People wouldn't have lost thousands upon thousands of dollars in their 401ks. Pensions wouldn't be up in the air. How about, let's see, farmers wouldn't be figuring out whether or not they have to, file for Chapter 12 bankruptcy again. So there's that. All right. People wouldn't have to worry, whether or not their Social Security is going to be cut. All right. We wouldn't keep having these conversations about the wait and see approach. Okay. So, I think we all have relaxed shoulders if Kamala Harris had been voted in as president versus what we're dealing with now. My shoulders ain't been relaxed since I got a kink right here in my neck that I can't get out because Donald Trump is president is right here. It won't go away. It just won't go away. It just won't. Who's going to pay for my massage? Because it won't go away. It just won't. All right. Can't relax. Shoulders and back all tense since Trump became president. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, believer. Yeah, same. Like, who's going to pay for my massage? Just saying. So, with that being said, if you disagree with the background, request up. It's up if your name is Slayer. All right, Slayer, I always save you. I know that's you. I know that's you. Hi, caller. Did you vote for Trump? Or I'm sorry. I'm tired. Do you disagree with the background?
Hi, Erica. Actually, I know it's only for ups. I'm Lagarta. I just want to say I love you so much.
Hey,
it's my first time being on your live, and I want to say how much I love you. You know, like through my own voice instead of typing on YouTube live.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I miss you over here on the app, but I know why you're not here anymore. But thank you. This is Auntie's baby. I don't know if y'all remember her, but this is Auntie's baby, aka Lagarta. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Then I'll drop. Then I'll hang up.
Okay, love. All right. Have a great night. All right. Y'all draw some hearts in the chat for Lagarta. That was so cute. Yes. Y'all draw some hearts in the chat. Okay. Yes. So let's read some news. Let's see. What do we have going on? All right. Because again, my shoulders, my back, my neck, and my back. Oh, God. I know that's him. Oh, this is a suspected spam caller. Hello. Do you disagree with the background?
See, Erica, and that's what you get. You assumed that was me at first.
I'm gonna hang up on you. I'm gonna hang up on you. You know that, right?
Why?
Because I said not now. That's why.
I'm not even one of the bad children. See, you're acting bad, Erica.
No, Slayer, not tonight.
Good night, Erica.
Good night, Slayer. Bye. No, we're not. No, we're not doing it. All right, guys. So let's see here. Yeah, we know that they're not going to bring back Abrego Garcia. They decided the El Salvadorian president Nayib, he basically said that he is a citizen of El Salvador. He is where he belongs. He has no reason to bring him back to the United States. I'm fully convinced that, of course, Trump and Bondi have persuaded him to make such an awful decision. All right. And then Donald Trump, as I mentioned earlier, is just taking our Constitution and using it as toilet tissue. All right. That man stands for absolutely nothing. What Aaron Burr say? Aaron Burr said, Hamilton said it. If you stand for nothing, Burr. I can't remember the line. I forgot. Shit. Hamilton. Who seen Hamilton? Somebody tell me the line because I forgot. If you stand for nothing, Burr. I'm going to listen to it now. We're about to have a Hamilton break. Well, yeah, if you don't stand for anything, I know, but still, that's not what Hamilton said. Thank you. Midnight. That's why we're here. It was the lights that made me nervous. Whew. I can't believe this. I've listened to Hamilton over 1,000 times, even seen the play. Golly, Jesus. It's the lights. If you stand for nothing, Burr, what will you fall for? It must be nice. Okay, but yeah. I don't say acting new with you. We talked last night, Slayer. I don't. We talked last night. All right, maybe tomorrow. I said I would save you for later. It's a 3-hour show. We still have an hour and a half to go. So, I mean, there's that. All right, guys. So let's keep doing all of the good things. All right. I don't know. I be setting stretch goals and stuff. Fingers crossed. I reach it. All right. If you want to send the cap, send the cap. If you want to donate, by all means, donate. But let's read some news. In between time. In the meantime. Okay. So let's see here. That's interesting. Oh, he's at it again. Good grief, guys. So I'm reading the AP because you know that's where I typically read the news from. I might go to BBC or Politico tonight and see what they're talking about, or Reuters. But per the AP, Trump is Trump considers pausing his tariffs as the world economy endures whiplash. Thank you for the heart, me. All right, this is as of April 14th. Today at 5:46 Mountain Standard Time. President Donald Trump on Monday suggested that he might temporarily exempt the auto industry from tariffs he previously imposed on the sector to give car makers time to adjust their supply chains. I'm looking at something, guys. I have to do a Trump impression, so I got to get better at this. Okay, I have to start doing a Trump impression. It's the only way that I'm going to be able to read the news. All right, so I'm sorry to do this to you all, but we got to listen to some Trump. Okay? Boop. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I do apologize, guys. I'm so sorry. We have to listen to some Trump.
Late last night, the president authorized the military to take control of federal land.
Oh yeah, did y'all hear this about this one? Listen,
to bolster immigration enforcement.
I was talking. Listen to this one
from President Trump. Late last night, the president authorized the military to take control of federal lands along the U.S.-Mexico border to bolster immigration enforcement. The memo directs the Defense Department to use the military to take steps to secure the border, including construction of a border barrier. It comes as the White House is set to begin new nuclear negotiations with Iran and work out trade deals with dozens of countries during a 90-day pause on tariffs. Yep. Willie James Inman is traveling with the president in Florida. Willie, good morning.
Hey, Ms. Deb.
Good morning to you, Michelle. Following a week of market turmoil, the White House is pushing ahead with its plan for punishing tariffs on Chinese goods with no end in sight and with negotiations up in the air.
The White House says the president is optimistic about a potential deal after Beijing slapped 125% tariffs on American exports in retaliation for a 145% rate on Chinese goods set by the U.S.
I'm very comfortable now, but I've always gotten along well with President Xi. We had a good relationship, very good. And I think something positive is going to come out.
The trade tensions between the U.S. and its trading partners sent the stock market into a spiral this week.
At first, we weren't going to listen, but yeah, now we're like listening. The military thing is very, very concerning, though, like extremely concerning, because what he's doing is called the Roosevelt Reservation, is what it's called. It spans from New Mexico to California. Except for where there's actual reservation land at. So where there's actual indigenous land, which is kind of redundant, but yeah. So that's what it is. And he basically is trying to use it's a base out here in Arizona. It starts with the H. If you try to get me to say it, I won't. It's like Haracha or something similar to that. I know I'm probably mispronouncing it because we have a mountain called Mount Picacho, and I call Mount Pikachu. So there's that. Yeah. Okay. So anywho, there's Fort H out here, and yeah. How do you pronounce it though, Raina? You gotta do it phonetically. Like you spelled it, but how do you pronounce it? Yes, it's Pacheco. I know. And I call it Mount Pikachu. It does have two pointy like points like Pikachu. Yeah. So I mean, God, just don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone for me. All right. Everybody else can be judged, but not me. Okay. All right. Only child syndrome. Anywho, I think it's absolutely insane because I succinctly remember telling people this in October and in November of last year that Donald Trump wants to use the military at the southern border to round up people. All right. These are even going to be migrants, like the people who cross the border back and forth for work. He's even going to that's their plan. They want to be able to round those people up and detain them also at the border. It's against the law. It is against the law for the military to be used as law enforcement, but he is going to use Fort H as his reasoning. So as long as he can associate them with an actual base, and give them reason to be there, then he'll be able to do it. Like, he just keeps finding loopholes. The man is the loophole king. He's the loophole king. It is against the law. Like, what's your name? Gino? Of course, Gino. Gino, you're a bot. All right. Rethink your whole algorithm and leave. Appreciate you. All right. Because I'm pretty convinced that you have no idea what it is that you're talking about. All right. And it is against federal law. All right. To actually have the military act as law enforcement. You can't do that. Matter of fact, let me get the actual law for you. All right. Law forbidding. There we go. Boy, if I told you if I could type, I would. It's called the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. All right, which removed the military from regular civil law enforcement, was enacted in response to the abuses resulting from the extensive use of the Army and civil law enforcement during the Civil War and Reconstruction. The act allows legislated exceptions. All right. So, yes, it is in fact against the law. All right. And it says legislated exceptions. You cannot legislate via executive order, which is what Donald Trump is looking to do. So Donald Trump would actually have to have policy presented to Congress, and it would have to pass Congress. So then it would be legislated, all right, and turn into an actual law, a bill. And if it meets the criteria, then boom, it'll be an exception. He doesn't have any exceptions. He's full of nonsense. All right. Yeah. So much for law and order. All right. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Where are all the Trump supporters? All right. Are they not feeling, brave enough to actually speak up about, all that is happening here? Are they afraid? Do they not, have they not grown a pair? All right. I wonder what they're hiding from. We're just having talks here. That's all we have here is talks. These aren't debates. These are just talks. So there's that. Brittany, what are you even saying? Brittany, you have been invited up, dear. If you do not accept, then you are definitely welcome to yap outside of the club. You can do that. You can yap outside of the club because this is not a safe space for Donald Trump supporters. It just isn't. It's not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure, Brittany. I'm sure we've all used that excuse. We've all used it. Sure. All right. So, Brittany, you don't get to yap in the chat. So there's that. Tisk, 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 tisk. Y'all gonna force me to talk to Slayer, and I don't want to. Not tonight. Not tonight. I'm sorry. Okay, first of all, that man got everything he's ever done from me. I just want to let y'all know that. All right. Everything. And because he's a man, y'all give him credit. That's all I got to say about that. And you can tell him I said it. Said it with my whole chest. This is recorded too. I'll post the clip. All right. No, but seriously, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's take care of the caps. I just keep saying cap. And then also we still have $148 left in our donation goal for the night. Pay links are in the bio. Everything that you do help support the live and also the community so that we may continue to give back when we can. And I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. I'm going to say it. Cap. I'm going to say it. Drea, hold your horses. Okay? Hold your horses, Drea. Blagger, 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 blagger. Drop your blaggers in the chat. Let's talk to Blagger. All right? Let's talk to Blagger. All right? Let's talk to them except for Slayer. All right? Slayer, just like Isaiah has hope for you, I have your hope for you yet, okay? I have hope. So blacka, 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 blacka. Drop your MAGAs in the chat. It does not matter Donald Trump, but you know someone that did. They could be your cousin. They could be your brother. They could be your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your baby daddy's fifth sister twice removed. I don't really care. Like, just share the live with them, Cap. All right. So that we can have a talk. All right. I know, Slayer, you're not blagga. You voted for Donald Trump, though. So that's why you're included it, because you're black. All right. Just keeping it simple, bro. Keeping it simple. All right. So if you voted for Republicans, if you've always been a Republican, you've been a conservative, however you want to put it, and you want to have a conversation, by all means, stop on by, request up. Let's go ahead and have a talk. Because why not? Why not? So here, MAGA, I'm not doing no suey. I'm just not doing that. Love you, Rand. I'm just not doing that though. So yeah, if you voted for him, go ahead and request up. But if not, then I'll just go like take my evening nap. That's it. Take my evening nap, wake up around 11, go MAGA hunting or something. I don't know. I don't know. Join some panels. I don't know. I am convinced that like seriously, guys, I don't think y'all understand like how hard, like, especially Black women. Yes, I know it's nap time. All right, how hard like Black women creators actually have it on this platform. And I try not to talk about it as much because I don't want it to come across as complaining, because I literally am doing everything that I can to bring you not just information and knowledge, but also some entertainment while doing so, edutainment, if you will. All right. And it is hard when it always feels like your labor is free. But then I think that's like just like this app again. And I've said it before. You probably heard me say this if you've been rocking with me for a while, that TikTok, like social media in general, is kind of like a microcosm of the United States. Cap. Hey, Mr. Itchy. Cap. Okay, I got it. Cap. So it's like a microcosm of the United States, where there is a hierarchy and we already know who sits at the bottom, unfortunately, when we should definitely be at the top, because not only are we the most educated, but like I said, we set the trends. Like you will literally hear one of us say something, and then like you'll go to someone else's space and then they're saying it, and like everybody's like, oh my god, that's so funny, oh my god, like I heard so and so say that the other day, that's so funny. And I'm like, what are you talking? Rand said that 2 weeks ago. Like what are you talking about? So like it's just everybody jacks our style and everything, and then here we are. Now this isn't being messy, this is just literally speaking to exactly, Oak Tree. That's how it goes. All right. And so we're just here. We're existing. Thanking those who do support for your support is definitely appreciated. These Trump supporters, though, they definitely scared. I know that much. They need to grow a pair. They got to grow a pair. Yeah, and it is just the truth. It definitely is just the truth. Like, yeah, no, I love Chris. I do. I love Chris. All right. Because some of y'all was probably there when it happened. All right. I love Chris. But for the second time, Chris was paneling on a woman's platform. All right. He was in a woman's space. And I kid you not, a woman sent him $75 just for being there. And I was like, absolutely not. No. Oopsie, God, that made me raise my voice. Yeah, that made me raise my voice. I'm sorry. Absolutely the F not. All right. No. This happened the second time, just like yesterday or the day before. Like, no, show her love. Show her love. All right. She's the one that has this whole setup. She's the one that is providing the information. She's the one who is putting her all, yes, again, who's putting her all into this. That doesn't mean I don't like want people, supporting my brothers, but like when y'all are in a woman's space, show her love. Like just show her love, especially a Black woman. Show her love. Like do all the good things for her. All right. I'm finished with my stump speech. But yeah, so I think that's just basically it. Yeah. So tis all. All right. And again, I say unto you, blacka, 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 blacka. Blacker. Well, you know what, Drea? I used to. Those were the good old days. I called him a sugar daddy, but y'all didn't like him. So he had to go. All right. I don't know if we're gonna get any more people who voted for Donald Trump. We might. Let's see. What is it? Ooh, it's a cat on top of my head. Psst, psst, psst. Okay. Let's see if this person loads. Hello. I can't see your name. What's your name? Hello? Do you know that you're on a TikTok live? Yeah, you didn't know that he was on a TikTok live. That was a pocket join. Okay, all right. What was I talking about? I forgot that fast. Okay, so yeah. If you disagree with the background, by all means, go ahead and request up. By all means, request up so that we can, have a talk. As you know, I say that, men lie, men definitely lie. Oh my God, do they lie? Men lie, women be lying too, but numbers don't. The numbers don't lie, y'all. All right. So we can have a discussion about these matters. All right. And then we can just go from there. Oh, he wasn't quiet in the comments. Well, it's a little different. It's a little different when you got to, step up on the panel and, actually express yourself verbally. They realize that, they can't stand on anything because what is there to stand on? What is there to actually stand on when it comes to Donald Trump? Okay, there we go. Turn those off. Okay, so yeah, what is there to stand on when it comes to Donald Trump right now? Like the Republican Party in general, what is there to actually stand on? The Democrats have added more jobs over the last 40 years than the Republican Party has. The Democrats have actually passed policy that has imparted change in this nation, like the ACA. Also, what else have the Dems done? Oh, I can say what the Dems haven't done. The Dems didn't put D-rugs into Black and brown communities. Let's see here. They bok-boked. I like that. I'm going to use a bok-bok tonight. That means they're chicken. They're chicken. All right. But yeah, like they it's been a lot. It's just been a lot. Something's wrong with my other phone. I don't know. But we are about to read the news. I think I saw a notification come through. Corey. You know what, Corey? What's going to happen is that when we go to Houston, I'm just going to buy you a drink. I am. It may be a turkey leg from the Turkey Leg Hut. All right. Is the Turkey Leg Hut still open? I don't know. Cap. Thank you, Drea. Cap. All right. So if I do my math correctly, all right, we're now at $118 to go, which is awesome. All right, drop some hearts in the chat for Corey. Let me see those hearts in the chat for Corey. What? The Turkey Leg Hut is closed? Dang, they broke up and the business went kaput. That sucks. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Gucci, for the $20. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, and she sent a present. Thank you. All right, guys. If I always say if I'm doing the math right, because as I say, am I doing the math right? I'm doing the math in my head, so that way I know I'm doing it right. All right. So we are now $98 to go. Give some hearts in the chat. Drop them for Gucci. All right, drop them. I think we should do some news here and see what's going on. We were reading about Trump and the car parts. All right, to see what he's going to do there. And again, this was just updated this afternoon here, and it's from the AP. All right, so again, President Donald Trump on Monday suggested that he might temporarily exempt the auto industry from tariffs he previously imposed on the sector to give car makers time to adjust their supply chains. I'm looking at something to help. I can't do a Trump impression. Somebody come read this in Donald Trump's voice. Come do that. All right. To help some of the car companies with it, Trump told reporters gathered in the Oval Office, the Republican president said automakers needed time to relocate production from Canada, Mexico, and other places And they need a little bit of time because they're going to make them here, but they need a little bit of time. So I'm talking about things like that. Yeah, is he is he I'm gonna whisper it. Is he stupid or is he dumb? Oh, okay, he is. Okay. Because what exactly concepts of a plant? Because what? United States. I really wish that he would stop believing that. My gosh, the man is not okay. He is not okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's just not happening. It's just not happening. I don't. Oh, Zelle? Okay. Oh, I have to do that on the computer. Damn. Corey. Damn. Okay. Okay, just let me know. All right. Cool. I'll be there with my cowgirl boots on, and I think I'm gonna do like brown and white. I think that'll be really cute. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Brown and white. I need to build this in my head. Oh, what if I were to do emerald green? If I can find some cowgirl boots with emerald green in them, I am doing emerald green because green is my color. Green is my color. All right. Since we don't have any Trump supporters in here because they're scared, they are. Can I say pussy ass bitches? Did y'all hear that? They pussy ass bitches. Hey Justin. Hey Kofifi. Pussy ass bitches. All right. Don't tell anyone I said that though, guys, because we keep it clean over here. We keep it clean. We don't use that type of language over here. Okay. I'm checking. Let's see. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. We might do some acoustic karaoke, guys. I really don't know. I might have to end up going MAGA hunting, and then y'all gonna come in the room and y'all gonna tell me, Erica, what are you doing? I'm gonna be like, I'm just having fun. That's it. I'm just having fun per usual. Oh, thank you, Shannon. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, you're the sweetest. Thank you, babes. Shannon sent $35. Oh, just the absolute sweetest. Thank you. That's me doing math. So that's going to be a 3, then minus 30. All right, that's a 6. That's 63. Okay, see, that's me doing the math inside my head. I don't know if y'all saw my eyes get crossed. All right, shout out to Shannon. Drop some hearts in the chat for Shannon. Hello, Nicholas. Hi, Nick. Nick is my friend off the app who keeps canceling on me because of work. We were supposed to go get sushi. And then Nick said, don't be mad at me, but I can't go get sushi because I have to work. And I was like, I'm going to be passive aggressive and I'm going to ignore this text message. Hey, Nick, did I ever respond? Don't use Spanish on me. Did I ever respond? I don't know. I'm going to be passive aggressive. And me all excited about. All right, guys. But yes, drop all the hearts in the chat for Shannon. I appreciate you so much, love. And guys, continue to tap the screen. Share the live. Again, I say unto you, if you have, I know y'all didn't vote for Trump, especially if you have a love beside your name. You did not vote for Trump, all right? And so with that being said, I know you got a cousin or a brother, maybe even an auntie, a daddy, mom, a sister, an uncle, even your best friend's, I don't know, ex-husband's girlfriend, brother, cousin, mom, stepdaddy, they voted for Trump. Somebody. Share the live with them. All right? So that we can have this conversation. All right. Also, chat, mods, I think I have to have a conversation with y'all about muting. spam gets muted. Spam gets muted. All right. Outright racism gets muted. Like if they're using racial epithets, that gets muted. If they're calling me fat, I don't care. Don't mute them. If they're talking about my hair, I don't care. Don't mute them. Let them talk. Let them talk. All right. I like me. All right. I tell myself every day, you is special. You is kind. You is important. All right. And I also say that fried chicken makes everything better. If you know, you know. Demon rat. Demon rat. What's a demon rat? Tying our favorite op, get it. Yeah. So yeah. If you know, you know. All right. So with all of that being said, oh my God, we got a sub. Gigi, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome to the Love family. You get the song. Baby, it's you. There we go. All right. So Gigi just became a love. So drop some hearts in the chat for Gigi. All right, Gigi. Your link to the Discord is definitely in there. Check out your benefits to get access. Also, another thing, as a love, don't forget you get access to a monthly drop. If you're not feeling the op, you can drop. Also, you can do the 30-minute co-hosting position where you get to come up on the panel and co-host for 30 minutes and ask these MAGAs and Trump supporters and Republicans, whoever it is we're talking to, you get to ask them questions for 30 minutes. All right. So it's awesome. It's great practice. Also, if you're looking to like start hosting your own lives, it's really fun practice. Also, and last but not leastly, you get the honor of joining our Discord. All right. And there isn't a day that goes by in the Discord where I don't make an appearance. And yes, I said appearance because it makes me feel fancy. If you know me, I like all the fancy, pretty stuff. Okay. So there's that. All right. So guys, become a love. Click the star next to the chat bar. All right. Now let's see here. Am I going to Texas? No, I'm not cool enough to go to Texas. I mean, I could go to Texas. I could just show up. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. But no, I know I didn't get invited to Texas. So there's that. Yeah, I know. Start a petition. Start a petition. I mean, I not only will I be representing like Black women out there in Texas, but I also be representing the older crowd. All right. I'm almost 60. Okay. I'm almost 60. All right. So there's that. I'm almost 60. Nicholas, say hi. Say hi, Nicholas. I have to see you say hi before I say what I'm about to say. I'm almost 60. There you go. Nicholas, please tell these people that I'm almost 60 years old. They'll believe you because we know each other off the app. I have the photos to prove it. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. Cap. Shannon, what that mean? That, I know, right? I do look good for 60. You know why? Because I drink my water and mind my business. And that's what you should do. If you drink your waters and mind your business. Yes. Yes. Nicholas, if you don't fix your comment, all right, fix it. Fix it now. All right. So let's see here. I was saying I should go with green. So let's see. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. I have to do, oh, I can do the sticker. Okay. Give me one moment, guys. I want to see something. All right. Do, 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 do. Wow, was it that long ago? Oh, I have to do another take yourself out on a date night. All right. This was moi on the last take yourself out on a date night before I got my hair braided. All right. This was at the cigar bar. And I was like, oh, fudge, I went to a cigar bar and that sucks because why would you do that? You don't even like cigars anymore. Genius level. All right. So that was the last take yourself out. Okay, Nick. See you later, friend. Or see you like in a year because you keep canceling and whatever, but whatever. I am almost 60. Mind your manners. Respect your elders. I told y'all green is my color. It's my birthstone color. So yeah. So yep. So yeah, I will wear green. I will have to figure out how to make that work. All right. So here you go. I showed y'all this picture the other day. I said it's gonna be in my dating profile. That's what I'm gonna do. Put it in gonna put it in it's gonna be my dating profile right there. That's gonna go in the bio. It's gonna go in the bio. Right. That's gonna go in the bio. All right. I be like, sometimes I wonder, like, do I look difficult? Do I look difficult? Like, what? Do I look difficult? Because why is it so hard to friggin' date? Like, do I look difficult? I'm not asking for much. All I'm asking that, like, you buy stuff. I'm honest, y'all. I am so honest. It's ridiculous. I think that might be the problem. That might be the problem. I have one more picture to show you guys. I wish Bippity was here because she sure didn't respond to my message. Where is the thing at? Hold on one moment. Can't see without my glasses nor with them. So there's that. All right. Guys, just real quick, I'm going to remove it. Isn't this objectively an extremely beautiful, like gorgeous, objectively gorgeous newborn? Like, no BS. Like, this is just a beautiful newborn, like straight out. Straight out. Objectively, like, no questions asked. Like, that's a cute kid. Like, oh my God, he's a stunner. He's a stunner. See, most newborns are, but not mine. Not mine. He was born beautiful. That's my baby. All right. So, okay, let me get this off here before he come in here and start yelling at me. Why are y'all showing people my picture? Objectively, guys, objectively a beautiful child. Not even kidding. I wouldn't even kid about nothing like that. Oh, well, I can't move Jasmine, so however she looks, yeah, okay. All right. Oh, it looks fine. I'm looking at it on the other screen. Okay, guys. So yeah, to do acoustic karaoke. I'm taking requests $5 a song. I don't know, acoustic karaoke. Ooh, child. What do we have going on in the Discord? I think Trisha's hungry. Trisha's hungry, and the favorite op said to her, "How are you gonna be a snack unless you eat a snack?" That is funny. Why are you like this? Oh, thank you so much, Trish, for the $5. I appreciate you, love. All right, we're now at $58 to go. $58 to go. All right, pay links are in the bio. PayPal, Venmo, and I also have a Zelle. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right, I appreciate everything that you guys do. All right, and I guess because we don't have any Trump supporters, I'll give myself like 10 minutes of acoustic karaoke. It's the least I can do. I don't know. Oh, we're in the subwave. Oh my gosh, we're in the subwave. Okay, all right, Erica, be professional. Be professional. You can do this. All right, guys, we're in the subwave. All right. Don't everyone rush to become a subscriber. Okay. All right. All right, so become a love. All right, subscribe to the community. All right, and like come join all the fun. I think no, I'm not doing that because sometimes people ask me questions and ask me like really serious questions, and then I'm like, but we was just vibing. I have to be in a mood for really serious questions. This is me thinking things out in my head. All right, so. Become a love. I'm gonna go. Oh, got one. Who was that? I couldn't see who it was. Who just subscribed? If you just subscribed, put a 1 in the chat. Drea, you want a sub? I'm sorry, what? Oh wow. Okay, Trisha, thank you so much for sending the sub. And I think Drea with 3 A's is the one who got it. Thank you so much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Trisha and Drea. Drea, I thought you were already a sub. Am I losing it? I might be losing it. I am almost 60. Okay, there's that. I am. I'm getting up there. But yes, remember, as a sub, you get access to our amazing Discord. Not a day goes by where I don't make an appearance. All right, and so that's fun. And I do say appearance because it makes me feel fancy. So there's that. Also, guys, you get access to the co-hosting position where you can come up for 30 minutes a month and you can co-host. And I actually thought about this. It's really good practice if you're looking to start your own lives. It's something you can try. I would say for anyone, now I'm going into something else, but yeah, go ahead and subscribe. We can knock out this sub goal. We only need 2 more subscriptions. And the last privilege that you get, of course, is the monthly drop. If you're not feeling the op, you can drop. I sometimes keep track, sometimes I don't. I trust you. It's an honor system. Shannon, why are you not a love? Shannon, I thought you were a love. That's crazy work. Do I have any subs to give out? That is crazy. Oh, that'd be awesome, Sky. I would love to see it. Please, please do. I would love to see that. I'm trying to see if I have any subs that I can give out. I have to fix that. You want to sub to the Only Trauma? Then click the star next to the chat bar. All right. And some of the loves, well, actually, most of the loves, the majority of the loves, like 99% of the loves, are very, very kind, generous people. And they don't mind gifting subs. So if you want a sub and they're available and they're able to do it, by all means, they will. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. I don't have any subs to give out. I know, Shannon. I was like, I saw someone else with your name and was like, it didn't have it. It's two. Shannon, there's 2 of you in here. Someone is pretending to be you, Shannon. I thought I was going crazy. I kid you not. Shannon, I'm taking a screenshot. And I'm going to send that to you, babes. I am sending that to you. Because, bruh. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Move for sending DeMarcus a sub. Drop some hearts in the chat for Move and for DeMarcus. Welcome to the family, DeMarcus. You get the song. You're the one I love. Yay. Join the Discord. Come do all the fun stuff with us. All right. We only have 1 more sub left to reach our sub goal, guys. Just 1 left to reach our sub goal here of 5. All right. So I know we can knock that out. Thank you so much, guys. The loves are awesome. Shannon, yes. There is another Shannon with your whole entire name and profile picture. They're making it weird. Really peculiar. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. Yeah. I don't want to do a restart, so I'm just like hanging out. Like legit just hanging out. You know, talking to everyone, looking at the comments. Ooh, Kenneth, you have like so much to say, but you do have your request turned off. Kenneth, you should request up. You should request up. And I'm just going to let you know that if you don't request up, you're going to learn pretty quickly that this is not a safe space for Donald Trump supporters. This is not a safe space for Republicans or conservatives. All right. You do not get to yap in the comments here, but you most definitely can yap from outside of the club. All right. My chat are for my subs, whom I love. They're also known as loves. All right. And also for Kamala and Dems and leftists. It's not for your kind. Okay. So request up if you disagree with the background, but you will not yap in the comments. Thanks. Okay, guys. Let's keep doing all of the good things. How long do we have in our subwave? 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left in the subwave. 2 minutes left. Oh, and you also get access to our cool stickers, which I just remembered I'm going to send to Parker's tonight immediately after the live. So Parker's, if you will, please send me your email address and it'll just be a share file. And then you can make them look really pretty. Super duper pretty. All right. So anywho, guys, I think it's time for some acoustic karaoke because why not? Oh my gosh, Corey, thank you. Okay, I don't think y'all know. All right, but right, even though Corey's not in the market. All right, but here's the deal. I like gifts. So when people do like nice things for me, it endears me to them. Not everyone is like that. I like gifts. All right. If y'all believe in the love language crap, I like gifts. Okay. That being said, drop all the hearts in the chat for Corey. Drop all of the heart. Someone just request up? That's a sub. Okay, let's see here. Oh, City Boy, look at you. City Boy, are you going to accept the invite? Huh? Are you just going to keep on talking in the comments? Because you can't do that here. We don't allow that. It's just not allowed. You can't keep doing that. You're going to have to go. Sorry. So City Boy, accept the request. Accept it. Let's have a conversation. It's surprising that you all have so many, like so much to say with your Twitter fingers. All right, them Twitter fingers just are going. Joe Biden, what about Biden? That's y'all in the comments. Kamala Harris wasn't black. That's y'all in the comments. But like, you won't request up. You won't accept the invite to come on the panel and actually have a conversation. So it's giving you either are scared and need to grow a pair, or you're a bot. All right. And I don't like either. Hey, Miss Sheila. So yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and do that. All right. 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 So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Harris was picked to Michelle. Take a break. Just take a break. Too far. Too far. Take a break, Michelle. Just take a break. Take a break. Look, City Boy is still yapping in the comments. All right, I sent you one last invite. Let's see what happens. I know you see it. What? You got to pick your mattress up off the floor? I know. That probably sucks. Your knees too close to the ground. Takes a lot of time to get up. I get it. I get it. So, City Boy, since you're not going to come up on the panel, all right, then guess what's going to happen? You can do that thing I said y'all can do. You can yap from outside of the club. All right? Mines, do your big one. All right? Do your big one. Nunya, you don't have requests on, so I don't know what you're doing, but if you want to come up and have a conversation, by all means you can, because you're not going to be using caps because you're not a moderator. All right. So if you want to come up, Nunya, and have a conversation, by all means, click the request. I tell y'all got a lot of bravado. Like so much to say in the comments. So much to say in the comments, but you won't request up. That's crazy. That's crazy. I bet the next person is going to say, I got to go walk my turtle. That's why I can't come on the panel. I got to go walk my turtle. That's what they're going to say. I can't come up. All right. I got to go wash my pet goat. It's crazy. That's just crazy. That's all I got. That's it. Watering your goldfish is wild behavior, Corey. That's wild. That's absolutely insanity. Trump supporters are just scared. Like Republicans, it's not even Trump supporters, guys. It's not even, they don't have an argument against this. All right, Nanya, you can definitely cozy. You can definitely use caps. You definitely can use caps, but you're going to be using caps from outside of the club. There we go. And look at you. Not you being muted. Not you. Ivan. Come on, sir. Come on. Tell us why, Ivan. Tell us why the Democrats are worse for the United States. Tell us why. I bet you won't come up either. If you scared, say you scared. Oh, I love the whole Democrat-supported slavery argument. It's so silly. It's just so silly. It lacks so much nuance and context. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, that was not a party thing. That was more so a darn going cultural thing. All right, it wasn't a party thing. But God, trying to explain that to a darn going person who voted for Donald Trump is like trying to perform brain surgery with a spoon. It just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. All right. And if y'all didn't get it, it's not gonna happen. That's it. Intellectually dishonest. Exactly. Huh. All right. So the Trump supporters are scared, and I gotta take my evening nap. Okay. Take my evening nap. That means I'm close my eyes for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna get up feeling refreshed, and I'm gonna go do things. That's just what it is. So let's see here. Who did a donation tonight? Shannon, is there a song that you like to hear me sing? Even though I can't sing, but if you like to hear it, I'll sing it. Want to hear a song? Here, go. Oh no, I'm gonna go to sleep, Drea. I'll probably 12, and then I'll be up at 6. I just need 6 hours. 6 hours and I'm fine, I promise. 6 hours and I'm back at it like I never left. All right. Your mother's a joke. Tap the screen, guys. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right. I guess I'll do a mod announcement. Let's get the all right. We are also at $58 to go. $58 until we reach our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio, PayPal, Venmo, and I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right, let's show love, support, and I definitely appreciate all of you who have stuck around. We went from like 400, and then to me talking about absolutely nothing, we still have over 100 people in here. You guys really like me. You really, really like me. Thank you. And it's amazing that you all are loves. You all are loves. Like you're all a part of the community. Because if you weren't a part of the community, guess what? You'd be requesting up right now to have a conversation. You really would. You really, really would. But you had to get yourself together.
Hello.
You had to get yourself
Erica,
together.
how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Right. I'm wonderful. I am wonderful.
I'm glad to hear it. All right. Do you disagree with the background, Ivan?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Why?
Because the left is way too left. I just don't agree with them morally. I don't agree with them biblically. I just don't agree with them at all.
Ivan.
I just don't agree with them, Erica. We have different point of views. That's all.
Ivan. Full stop. Right?
Okay.
We're not doing the Bible.
I'm just saying I just don't agree with them. I said it clearly. I don't agree with the left at all.
What don't you agree with? Because here in the States, our left isn't even left. It's more so center right if we take a look globally at what the left actually is. Our policies are in no way socialistic. The most socialistic program that we have would be like our veteran benefits. You don't believe in taking care of veterans? People who put their life on the line for you?
I would actually agree with the veteran issue or the way your stance on veteran, if that's your stance on veterans.
I support it. I think veterans need more.
I agree with that as well.
Okay. All right. But I mean, like I said, our veterans, like them getting the GI Bill, them getting the free education.
I said I agree with all that.
I know, but I'm just saying, you're saying that it's like super left and whatnot, but you wouldn't like it though if you don't like the left. I'm very confused.
Well, some of the things I don't like about the left, I can't mention because of, I just can't mention certain things that I don't like about the left.
I mean, so is there anything that you don't like about the left
I am pro-gun.
Ivan.
Hello?
Ivan.
Yes,
Stop.
ma'am.
Stop talking. All right. I'm asking you a question. Is there anything about the left that you dislike that is not rooted in transmisia, homophobia, all right, or the Bible?
Okay, I do like our freedom of speech, and I think the left takes away freedom of speech. I do like our pro-gun laws, pew laws, and I believe the left is trying to restrict some of our pew laws. So it's certain things about the left I'm totally against. And that's
That's
just that.
crazy. No, so here's the thing. You said that the left is trying to take away your freedom of speech, but isn't it currently the right? So the Republicans, especially a Republican president who is currently revoking the student visas of those who have participated in protests?
And I disagree with that as well. I
Okay.
believe, that both parties do things that shouldn't be done. So, on the Republican side, if Republicans are going against students or standing with Palestinians, I disagree with Republicans doing that. But when Democrats was in office, you guys went against freedom of speech for those who was against natural solutions against COVID, and speaking against not getting the vaccine, then those people were censored as well. So I'm just against total censorship. I'm for freedom of speech.
Ivan, that didn't happen. You're
Oh
you're
yes, it
you're
did.
no, you're telling fibs on Michelle
No,
Obama's internet. I don't like that.
but
That's misinformation.
Erica,
It's
Erica,
misinformation.
even what's the owner of Facebook?
No, what they were doing is that they were stopping and preventing the spread of misinformation
Okay,
and
but
disinformation because people were unaliving.
all
All
right, but
right.
Erica,
There
Erica,
wasn't there a man like in Kansas or something who drunk some bleach and unalived because he
oh,
was told that bleach prevented C-19? That
Erica,
happened.
I heard
Like
you.
I know, and we
I
had the
heard you.
president of the United States at the time, Donald Trump, on TV telling people that it was okay to take like a horse tranquilizer.
Well,
Like
I
that's
heard you.
misinformation.
Well,
We can't have that.
and I'm saying that censorship on both sides I don't agree with. So that was my stance. I believe that some censorship is going on. The Republicans are doing it. I don't agree with it. And I believe when the Democrats were in power, you guys were doing censorship, and I
No,
don't agree with it. So
no,
I
that's not
just I'm letting
censorship
out
though.
yes, it was. Mark
Ivan, you
Zuckerberg.
have to go ahead.
Mark Zuckerberg, he admitted that the Biden administration had him censor anything that was in support of Donald Trump. He admitted that they only promoted one-sided things. So censorship is on both sides, and we were censored. If I had anything,
Hey, hold on, Ivan. Hold on. Hey, M, send him like a galaxy or like a universe or something. Go ahead, show him some love. Send him like a galaxy or a universe. Do your big one, M. Do your big one. Do your big one. Okay, Ivan. Go ahead. I'm listening.
yeah. So I'm just against censorship. I believe both parties got their evils or their things that they need to improve on. Both parties are
Cap.
have hypocrisy. With the Democrats, it's hypocrisy. With the Republicans, it's hypocrisy. Democrats, Joe Biden said we should prosecute everyone to the full extent of the law, and he pardoned his own son. And then Trump got in there and he pardoned some people as well. So it's hypocrisy on both sides.
Oh, time out. time out. Time out. Joe Biden pardoned his son in order to protect his child. Would you not have done the same thing, especially with someone who literally said that he was going to get revenge? It's not the same. Y'all, drop some W's in the chat for M for doing her big one for Ivan.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Drop it. Drop it. Go ahead, M. You better do it, M. You better.
Thank you, M. Thank you, Erica, for allowing me on the panel.
Ivan. So, Ivan, all
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Anywho, you're comparing like, I don't want to say Ren's line, but literally you're comparing like apples and soccer balls. They're literally both round, but they're not the same thing. Joe Biden had to pardon his son, all right, because Donald Trump was on a witch hunt. All right. Donald Trump could have basically went after his son and had him arrested and sentenced unjustly for an exorbitant amount of time. He could have done that. All right. He spoke about doing that to people That's why Joe Biden had to issue those proactive pardons. Donald Trump, on the other hand, all right, he pardoned 1,500 insurrectionists. 1,500 insurrectionists. All right. Do you know that one of them, like less than like a week later, was unalived by police officers because he pulled out a pew pew on police officers after a chase? Like, he legit let go criminals back into the streets of the United States. Yet he's supposed to be the president. He's not. He's the president. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say this, Erica.
What's that?
I just made no excuses for certain things that my party does. We need to stop giving excuses for things that our party does and just accept it as a fact. And it can be wrong.
Yeah.
Can your party be wrong? My party can be wrong.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I'm not a
Democrat.
Democrat, though. The reason why this background says Democrats are better for the USA is because we live in the United States of America and we have a two-party system.
Right.
And we have basically had a two-party system for over 100 years now. There's been different iterations of this system, but yeah.
So you are independent?
I'm not independent. I like to think of myself as a democratic socialist.
Okay. Well, I'm just, I would say I'm an independent. I lean more right. I lean more right, especially since the Obama administration. When his administration took place, I believe the Democratic Party changed drastically. Before, in Clinton administration, it was more centered. With the Obama administration and acting,
Tria, I was just about to make that face. That's
it
crazy.
has been wild since Obama administration. So,
What do you mean, Ivan? You just say it's been wild. I don't know where to get from that. What do you mean?
Wild. I mean, I can't make a comment. I mean, I can't make certain comments on certain things.
Ivan, why do you care so much about what people do with their own genitals?
No, I don't care about what people do with their own genitals. I care about the indoctrination of our country.
No one's been indoctrinated. I'm raising a child also. Don't you have children?
Yes, I got 3.
Okay, I'm raising a child also in the same society. And guess what?
But see,
he's not being. I live in Arizona. Hi, neighbor.
Oh, Arizona is good. Arizona is great.
Arizona
is a great place. My son went to college at Grand Canyon University, graduated 2 years ago from there with honors. Arizona is when all the censorship was going on in California, all the mandates were going on in California, I went down to his state to visit my son. They barely had masks on down there, and they barely was in hysteria down there. It was more, freedom in Arizona. In California, it was crazy. So I really don't like the stance of a lot of Democrats. So I'll never agree with them if they stay on that in this far left like that. I would never agree.
It's not far left. You keep saying that, but we don't have a far left in this country. So no.
But watch this, Erica.
They're more center right.
Watch this, Erica. I was just going to say.
What's far? No, hold on, Ivan. Please, can you tell the class? The class is a chat. Can you tell the class what is a far left policy of the Democrats? Like, is it universal health care? Is it free education?
No,
what is it?
A far left policy would be how the Biden administration deal with immigration. So that's far left. When you let in,
what's the policy?
But when you let in 13 million immigrants within 4 years, that is far left. So it's just like you let in. I believe it is.
The only reason why Donald Trump had lower numbers is because he had a pandemic on his side. And he was able to enact Title 42, which closed the border because of a worldwide pandemic. So,
but Erica, I would say this. Giving the immigrants that came to New York and Chicago, giving them money for food, giving them money for free rent, giving them checks, $5,000 a month, immigrants, that's far left.
I'm sorry, giving them how much money and where was this?
Giving them access to have down payments for homes. That's far left.
Where, just specifically in California?
In California, in New York, even the governor. Even
They didn't do that in New York.
Even the mayor in New York, when they asked what was the budget for immigration,
Bibbs.
it was billions of dollars given for the immigration issue to sustain them and to give them food stamps and to give them rent vouchers and things like that. So that's far left. Far left is the opposite of what Trump is doing right now. Trump is trying to limit and deport and limit the open border and close the border. Well, the far left want to open the border. It just want to open the border and just let everybody run in here.
I'm just letting you yap right now because I'm looking at something.
I'm just saying that it's far left, and I thank you for your time. I can't stay on too long. I just wanted to chat. You guys said you wanted somebody to come on, and I came on at your request. So,
Ivan.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. 13 million people did not come into the United States.
Yes.
Undocumented people did not come into the United States over a 4-year period. Where did you get that from?
Over a 4-year period.
No. Okay. So how many undocumented immigrants do we have in the United States?
Oh, I'm not sure, but
give us a number from what you know.
From what I know, I can't get.
Well, according to the person that you voted for, 11 million undocumented immigrants, 11 million. No, J-Eazy, 20 would actually represent the total number of immigrants in this country. All right, and that's the estimation. But according to Donald Trump, it's approximately 11 million, which I think is crazy because how did 13 million come into the country over the span of 4 years? But Donald Trump has always maintained that we have just 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country. Where did the other 2 million come from? And then you also have to ask yourself, which president deported more? Was it Biden or was it Trump?
The president that deported more was Obama. Obama was on immigration.
Sir, between Trump and Biden, who deported more undocumented immigrants?
Biden.
Okay, all right. So Biden was doing his big one at the border. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
How many did Biden deport? I don't have a computer in front of me, Erica.
I know you don't. That's why I'm typing it in for you, Ivan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, let's see here. Oh, I'm annoyed. Sorry, one moment. I'm not reading the comments. We just know what, but I do have to ask you, what's the purpose of the question? Ivan. Oh, he's teacupping. Okay, anywho. All right, so Biden did 4.4 to 4.7 million total deportation. They call them repatriations. I'm gonna mess that word up like I messed the A word up. All right, and so 1.1 of them were formal deportations. So basically people that they got out of the country. 3 million were Title 42 expulsions. So basically that was from when he took office up until May of 2023. All right, and then let's see here. Trump in his first term did 1.9 to 2.1 million. All right. And let's see here. Wow. Oh, seriously? So I want the source on this one. Hold on one moment because I really want to read this. In a new tab. Definitely not using them. I use them here. Okay. All right. And so Trump, Ivan, you still teacupping? Why are you teacupping, Ivan? Damn, come back.
Oh, like you want to see my face? Okay.
Yes, Ivan, I want to see your face. Yes, come back, Ivan. All right. So under Trump, it was 1.9 to 2.1 million, and actually Trump deprioritized criminal convictions. All right. So according to sources, he only did 41% of the 2019 removals were criminals versus Obama's 2015 at 91%.
Yeah, Obama was tough on immigration, and I understand, and and especially criminal. And I would always say that, but I did a check and I saw that Bynum allowed 8 million, not 11 million. So excuse me, I was wrong in my numbers. It was 8 million, so he minus 1 million, so it left 7.
But if he got 8 million people up in here and he deported 4.2 to 4.4 million people, how many people do we have left?
He got 8 million people in here, and he deported 4, so you get 4 million.
Okay, how many people were let in under Donald Trump's first term?
But what my point is that they were.
I think it would be relevant actually to follow this logic that you have, because I think it will find that under Donald Trump, more immigrants came into the country.
How many immigrants came in?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. That's why I said I think it would be important to follow this.
Teacup,
Yeah, go ahead, teacup. I'm gonna miss you when you're gone, Ivan. But go ahead, teacup. Ain't no sense. Ain't no sense. You want us to mute you? Like, why are you being weird? Why is it always a weirdo in the comments? Like, go be peculiar elsewhere. Please. Yes, I really enjoy this song. I do. I enjoy this song a lot. I'm gonna play it one more time. I haven't known teacup for too long. You know that it'll drop you.
Well, I'm back. I'll give up. I don't want them to drop me. I didn't find anything on how many migrants did Trump allow in the first presidency. I didn't see it.
Okay.
Well, I think the tone was different in the country when Biden was the president. The tone was like, let's do this for the immigrants. Let's give them homes. Let's give them a $150,000 voucher for a down payment for houses. And now the tone is totally different for immigrants in the country right now.
But do you know why the tone was the way in which it was under the Biden administration?
Well,
I mean, we can go over all that Trump did in his first term as president because he objectively did a horrible job. Like 154 historians, all right, political analysts and historians agree that Donald Trump is the worst president that we've ever had. And he's shooting for second worst president. Ain't that crazy to be the first worst president and second worst? Like to have first and second place? That's wild.
I think Trump did great until the pandemic, and that was
really.
Yeah, I think it was going great until the pandemic.
No way.
And when the pandemic took place, but I just can't do a grim Democrat. I'm totally.
What are Republicans done that have benefited your life, Ivan? I'm gonna eat Skittles while you tell us this. Though.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm really against both parties, but I would have to go again. I got to go with the Republicans. I have to go with the Republicans. I
So
can never
answer the
go
question.
Democrat. I don't think no politician. I think we only should be talking about reparations. I don't think we should be talking about immigration, whatever policy is. I think.
Why are you pivoting?
I am pivoting.
I'm asking you, why are you pivoting though?
Because I'm telling you things that we should care about, I should care about, and I don't care about a lot of these liberal causes and different things like that. I only care about our cause, which is we should be talking about reparations. That's what we should talk about, reparations.
Ivan,
Yes, ma'am.
has the Republican Party given you reparations?
And has the Democrat given us reparations?
No, they haven't. So has the Republican Party given you reparations?
We vote 90% for the Democrat Party. What have they done for us?
Do we vote 90%?
Yes. We are
The
united on
Democratic
one-
Party
Let
actually
me say
has
this,
done
Erica.
quite a bit.
Let me
All right,
say
are you
this
familiar
one.
with something in the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1965 Voting Rights Act? Like,
That
bro,
was
we
about
can
a
vote.
Republican Party.
I'm sorry, say that again. Say it again, Ivan.
Okay, Lyndon B. Johnson did the 1964 Act, Civil
Yes.
Rights Act.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So that was by the Democrat Party, but
Mhm.
he said, "I'm gonna have you N-words voting for the Democrats for 200 years."
Okay. What's your point? You still
My-
haven't answered my question. What
my-
has the Republican Party done for you? Because that is how you vote. You said that you rather not vote for either. You fancy yourself an independent, yet you do essence you choose to go with the Republicans. In this instance, you decided to go with Donald Trump. So what I'm asking you is, what have the Republican Party in your lifetime, what have they done for you that has materially improved the station of your life?
They said no biological men can play in
Here we go.
women's sports. That was a good
Why
one.
do you care? So, Ivan, have you ever spent time
I got
in
a
prison?
daughter. I got a daughter.
Ivan, have you ever
What?
spent time in prison?
Never. I spent time in jail before, but I never went to prison.
This is
Okay.
interesting.
I spent time in jail before I was 25, before I gave my life to Christ. I got shot 17 times altogether in Chicago.
But like, Ivan, so for your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Because like, how old is your daughter, if you don't mind?
My daughter is 18 years old.
She's 18. Okay, so she's going to be playing college sports.
She was playing sports when she was in high school, and that was the issue.
Is she going to be playing college sports? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she'll be playing with other I call them kids. She'll be playing with other kids her age. All right. Do you know what happens with transgendered women? Like with the hormones that they have to take? Do you know what happens?
I would say you're going to tell me that their testosterone will change and their estrogen will be increased and they'll become more.
So will the progesterone. Yep.
So I still don't care if I am a man. God made me a man, and I hit a woman. I go to jail for that.
Ivan.
Yes, Erica.
What makes a woman a woman? What's
What
an
makes-
immutable characteristic of a woman?
The DNA that the Lord gave him, and the structure of body that the Lord gave him,
What's the
and the womb that the Lord
what's
gave
an
him.
immutable characteristic
The
of a woman,
womb,
Ivan?
the womb that the Lord gave him.
Not all women are born with the womb. There's that
a
part.
majority of them, 90% of them.
Nope.
90% of them are born with a womb.
Nope.
Now go ahead and look it up, Erica. How many of them born are without a womb?
No.
I never met
You'd
a
be
woman.
wrong.
I never want to.
Just because you haven't met
I believe you.
someone
believe you're
born
born
female
without a womb.
womb does not mean that it does not occur.
Okay. I
So
understand.
there's that. There's that. So like, yeah, like that's a good question, Midnight. Like, Ivan, how would you know? Are you a genital checker? Is that what you're doing? You're going around checking people's genitals?
No, I would say it's statistically provided, and I could teacup and see how many women was born without a womb, and I would be a gambling man, and I would bet against my morals. I can actually bet that it's not more than 10% that were born without a womb.
You can go look at it. Go ahead.
Oh Lord, you got me going to college in here.
There you go. You got to do your research. Cite your source. Use the MLA format too. I like MLA over ALA. Hold music. Ivan's getting that information for us, guys.
I have it.
Awesome.
It's 1 out of 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one woman.
What's your point?
5,000. So
Okay.
out of 10,000 is 2.
Okay. What's your point?
I'm just saying that.
Is she not a woman then?
She's a woman.
Okay.
She's a woman.
All right. So she's still a woman. So my thing for you is what I'm asking you when I say an immutable characteristic, because what you're trying to say is that transgendered women aren't women when they are women.
Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
I mean, that's your opinion.
No, I don't. I have a different stance on it. I mean, you can
Like, why isn't
change.
your daughter just training harder? If you're afraid that a transgender woman is going to be somehow stronger and a better athlete than your daughter, then why does she just train harder?
Nah.
That's what I would do.
Well, I'll say this: you want to fight Mike Tyson if he changes, you could fight Mike Tyson.
If Mike Tyson decided that he wanted to undergo hormone therapy.
No, I said a woman wants to be a man, and you change to be a man, and you can go fight Mike Tyson.
And if I trained hard enough, I would go fight him.
Okay.
I don't fancy myself a boxer though.
I know you too.
I'm just not a boxer.
You're very feminine.
So there's that. Don't call me that. I don't like when you do that.
I'm just saying you're ladylike. You got a lot of class. Ladylike, elegant. That's what I mean.
So, Ivan, here's the deal.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop caring about other people's genitals.
All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful night. I gave you my stance. Love you guys. God bless everybody on the live. Thank you for the platform.
That's hilarious. Stop doing that, Ivan. Stop checking people's genitals. Stop doing it. Guys, I think I did a good job tonight of not raising my voice. Like, if you've been here at least the most of the time, I don't know who's been here the majority of the time, can you drop a 1 in the chat and let me know if I did a good job of not raising my voice tonight? If you think I raised my voice like too much or whatever, please drop a 2. But yes, let me know. I'm working on it. Not letting these people raise my blood pressure. Not letting these folks raise my blood pressure. Not tonight. Not tonight they won't. No. Oh, you got let's see. Awesome. I'll take it. I'll take that. I did a good job and not letting these people raise my blood pressure tonight. I'm proud of me. I am so proud of me. Ivan, no. Ivan. No, I'm ready to sing karaoke. So unless you're coming up to do a duet with me, then you are not getting back on this panel. All right. Yes, Miss Ida. Oh, that's Sky. Sky, when I tell you, yesterday was a lot. This background had them going absolutely insane. Yesterday was a lot. I'm trying to finish my Skittle. One moment. All right, finish my Skittle so we can sing a song. I haven't no boundaries. We're done. He's probably mad at the song, at the skedaddle. I didn't get to do that all night, so I finally got to do it. So I said, here's my chance. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at right now? Okay. Oh, wow. All right, guys, okay, so before we leave here, all right, it's 170 of us in here. Let's get to 200,000 likes. Let's do that. So 200,000 likes. Let's say we can knock out the caps. We are almost halfway there. All right, so we have 26 of those to go. All right, and also we have $58 left in our daily donation goal. All right, I mean, you too can support a Black woman creator. All right, I'm gonna have to download Arms of the Angel unless Maria makes an appearance and does the humming. But yes, you too can support a Black woman creator. All right, because today's price is for the low $58. So yeah, today's price is not yesterday's price. It's actually better. Okay. Pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. Venmo, PayPal, and I also have a Zelle cap. All right. Zelle is everything with Erica9@gmail.com. I appreciate all your love, support, encouragement, and engagement. Let's keep doing all of the good things because I'm about to sing a song. Sing a song, sing a song, sing a song. Back the mic up. All right, Shannon, I think I asked you earlier, and I'm glad that you're still here. What song would you like to hear, love? Ivan, you know the drill. Once you leave the panel, you don't get to come back up until you send like a galaxy, 3 of them. And you're not sending no galaxies, Ivan, because you ain't got no money. All right? You fucking up the church's money, Ivan. I just wanted to say that because it fits. How are you blinging? What's the song that you like? I was saying almost anything except for like rock music because I don't really know it. I don't really know the rock music. I really don't. I don't know the rock music. All right. Hi, my friend just came in here. I don't know if he's still in here, but someone asked me, oh, hey girl, hey Johnny. Johnny, I was about to say my friend's in here. And like someone asked me, Johnny, am I going to Texas? And I said, I'm not cool enough. I'm just not cool enough. And I was like, could you imagine a representation? But I'm just not cool enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sing a song. That's what we're gonna go do. Sing a song. Shannon, you can't think of anyone? Oh, what's the song, Shannon? Actually, no, I haven't, Johnny, because I'm kind of scared. All right, I need a pep talk. Because I would be like on the first plane. Like it's nothing for me to like fly because my mom works for Southwest. I said that out loud. Don't tell anyone. Not that many people in here. Okay. Let's see here. Well, it's called Maybe You Need to Calm Down. Is that the name of the song? Calm down. Who is are you saying Taylor Swift? Now Shannon. Now Shannon, I love you. I do. I appreciate you, Shannon. All right. This here. Can y'all tell her whose house this is? If you know me, y'all know whose house this is, right? Y'all know whose house this is. She said, well, I'm blanking. Shannon's like, uh-oh. Like, can y'all tell her whose house this is? Just say thank you. Irene, you get it. Yes. Bzz, bzz. Whose house is this? This is you will not catch me singing a Taylor Swift song. This is recorded. Aaliyah, I can do Aaliyah. I love Aaliyah. Aaliyah. All right. Let's see. We have to sing. What's a good song from Aaliyah that doesn't involve R. Kelly? Okay. There's Rock the Boat. I Care for You is kind of slow though. Hot Like Fire. That's Missy and them. Let's see. Dum, dum, dum. I like I Refuse. That was a good song. What's another song? Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Oh, If Your Girl Only Knew, but that's R. Kelly. If your girl only knew. No, that's Missy. There's Try Again. Dust yourself off and try again. We did Are You That Somebody before. Back. Oh no, that's R. Kelly. More Than a Woman is good. All right. Do you want to do okay, so Try Again? Oh wait. Which one, Shannon? Which one do you love? If your girl only knew. What's Trump's number? Wow. Which song, Mary? Because I'm not Mary, Shannon, because I didn't see. Wait, don't we have a Discord? Why am I doing this to myself? If your girl only knew. What's the song? All right, I get to choose. I get my turn. All right. So with that being said, we're going to say bye to Twitch and YouTube. Twitchers and tubers, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate y'all so very much. Your dedication, your love, your support is absolutely amazing because you all do all the good things. So for my Twitchers and tubers, if you have TikTok, by all means, report to TikTok so we can enjoy this acoustic karaoke. All right. And if you try to correct me on how to say acoustic,